Hey, what's up? It's Chris here from Chris's Sci-Fi Reactions. Today we're doing something a little different. We're doing a Patreon request. This comes from Maxwell. This is his request for the months of November and December. It is the new adventures of Superman, Lois and Clark. Just so you know, if you are a Patreon member, every month you can request up to 45 minutes of a show. I suggest you send me like 5 requests. That way, if I've already seen something or I don't really particularly want to react to a show, I have a list that I can choose from of 5 choices. Yeah, I don't think there's much more else to be said on that matter. I'm not going to rewatch anything, so that's another reason to send me 5 different requests. There are a lot of things I haven't seen, though. There are things like Game of Thrones, what else? There's all sorts. Yeah, but each month you can request up to 45 minutes. Obviously, this is an hour and a half, so it's Maxwell's November-December request. He did state in his message he doesn't mind that I quote his name, so if you don't want like your name quoted and you're a Patreon supporter, please let me know, because I may not use your name when you request it. I may not, it all depends. So I know next, for his February request, he's requested the 2nd episode of Alias. So, yeah, I don't think there's anything else based on this, but I've never seen Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman. I've only really started in the last year watching Smallville, which I will be getting back to. There should be an episode of Smallville this week. Can't remember if it's Friday or Saturday, but it will be one of those days that you get an episode of Smallville. I will split this into 45 minutes. That's for YouTube. Patreon, it should just be about 1 hour and a half, one video. But without further ado, let's just get straight on into this Patreon request. I just said that if there are any actors I know, I will state, but not sure if there will be. Is this Clark? Oh, yeah. Clark Kent. I wonder if this is all a set or if it was filmed somewhere. If anyone knows, if they could let me know in the comments, that would be great. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Well, he's not very careful, is he, with his abilities? He's very... a bit reckless. What a bitch.
Or do you?
Damn.
Miss Carter Bell?
Ah, yes, Kent. Oh, Professor Carlton called me about you. Boy, I haven't seen him, and I don't know. Let's see here. Editor, Smallville Press. Where's that? That's
Kansas.
Kansas. Oh, just a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, that would hurt a lot. I'm guessing Clark was a little annoyed.
No, I'm fine.
How'd the interview go?
Not so good, but something will turn up, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think I better wire you some cash.
I'm fine, Dad.
You still gonna make it home on Friday?
Well, and make
Pecked
me
you
like
like
a
a
frog.
frog.
I know, Dad. Believe me, I'm
Do-
trying my best to be like everybody else here.
Do in America
That cash out
refer to Kansas like as the Outback? I mean, that's something I very much associate here in Australia, but I don't know about America. Mind you, if he fell asleep, would he fall back to the ground? Does it require a conscious effort for Superman to fly? And in an unconscious state, it'd just fall down? Because, yeah, who that was. It was just initially I thought so.
My soul was pure. I slept right here in this nursery, looking out at the orchard from this very room. And every morning I awoke with such joy in my heart. My orchard is just the same as it was then, nothing different. All of it,
Fam.
I'm not leaving. Not until I finish.
All right. Mind if I watch? I always love this play.
You know it?
The Cherry Orchard. Anton Chekhov.
It's finest, don't you think?
Definitely.
Welcome to the Daily Planet. Oh, whoops.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get his hands squished again.
This fast-breaking story, we have a reporter on the scene, and we're trying to establish contact with a Carmen
Oh,
Alvarado.
jeez.
Can you hear me? She's on the launching pad right now. Carmen?
Dr. Platt, it's Lois Lane.
I'd be interested to see Lex Luthor and how he's portrayed in this.
No, they drugged me after I submitted my report to Dr. Baines.
Dr. Platt, how could the messenger have been sabotaged in order to buy...
Devices have been replaced by cooling systems.
To freeze the ion particles?
Of course. And they'd fuse. And the messenger would blow up. I mean, it's... We could cure something.
Is that scientifically true? Like, can that sort of thing happen? Or is it just science fiction?
The typical male response.
Lois, trust me on this. I am not your typical male.
No? Just because she's okay looking.
She's very okay.
You automatically assume she's telling the truth.
And you assume she's not? Does everyone have an angle? No honest people left in the whole world? It's pretty cynical, Lois.
It is. That's a very cynical way of living life.
We have different sections, just like the paper has different sections. Society.
You've got the sniffles and you've got the sniffles. Yeah, that could lead to complications. No, don't call me. I'll call you.
I mean, if you had the sniffles in this day and age, you'd be certainly concerned.
No, this is not a...
Dinner was great, Mom. Thanks.
Thanks, honey.
More than I get these days. Your mother is now an artiste.
I call it too much, too soon, tortured.
Domineering, uncompromising, pig-headed, brilliant.
Well, guess you finally found your niche.
But I read all 5 of his unauthorized biographies. Rags to riches, wrong side of the track, self-made billionaire, owns
The
dozens
one
of
that plays
companies in
Jimmy
the
looks
thousands,
familiar, but
man
I
of the year every
can't
year,
picture him
has his
in
finger
anything.
every pie, but rare.
He's just...
Yeah. She is something.
So I guess he got swept off his feet.
But boldness is a trait I find very attractive in a woman, honestly.
Clark, you idiot. It's taken me a year to get this close.
What, this close?
I would have thought square dancing was more your style.
Actually, I learned from a Nigerian princess who
That
studied
was
ball
jealousy, and I think a bit of a mistake by Clark.
Overseas, the high ground. It was with this sword that he defeated
Darius III and was proclaimed king of Asia.
Hey, you surprised me, Mr. Kent.
This is interesting because it's the same in Smallville, at least again in the episodes I've seen. Lex seems to like that Alexandra the Great.
Have you seen the view from here?
You know, I think that box that that Lex gave Clark is
Tallest building in Metropolis.
was by Alexander the Great or
I
something.
love the fact that everyone in the city, homeless children, will soon be a reality. Thank you. As you know, I've dedicated myself to improving the quality of lives of the citizens of Metropolis. Tonight, I'd like to go further. Now, it is my sad understanding that the Congress of Nations intends to cancel Space Station Prometheus, an engineering marvel.
The
Science
ISS.
to a new age of science.
What type of snake that is? Is that a cobra? Jeez. I would go into a total panic attack being in there. Jeez. Is that a pressure pipe?
We need help. Okay, back off, all right? People back! Get back! Get back! It's a man down here! Back off, okay? Back off! Get these people back! Okay. I got you. You're all right. Okay. You all right? You okay? You sure you okay? That man saved me. That man!
That is for sure.
Don't wait too long.
Yeah.
Love it when they play hard to get.
Anything?
I must have called 50 ex-employees that worked at EPRA at the same time Platt did. None of them were talking. I don't know. Maybe there's nothing to talk about.
So what do we do now?
First, we piece together Platt's report, if that's possible. Then we try and figure out a way to prove that Dr. Baines got a copy of it, and if there's any written evidence that Platt found coolant devices and Baines ignored it...
Do they have the report by now? I mean, I would have thought.
I am all yours.
Okay, I am going to pause it here, so I'm able to split it in two for YouTube. Basically, if you want to access part 2 on YouTube, I'll put a link to the video in the top right hand corner of the video. I'll also put the link in the description below. So yeah, I think I'll just pretty much end it up there. And yeah, So, okay. See you soon.